Alright, so I missed this servant in Gouda Gouda 4 rerun. I missed this servant during the first week of Gouda Gouda 7, and then he got his buff, so now we're talking about him. I actually had to double check how his kit fully worked for one of his skills, and yeah, you really got to be careful when you're popping his skills, because if you're not careful, you are screwed. Mori can spontaneously explode, and his skills does not stop that. His skills literally make him explode even faster. Let's get into it. Don't really care about these. They're 3-star stats. They'll get boosted if you want it. Berserker stats, same. Doesn't matter if they're 3-star, 1-star, 5-star. They're usually sitting around 10-star weight and about 5-star gen. MP charge kinda low, but he has decent hit counts on all of his cards, so the gains should be okay if you can crit. And despite being a berserker, he does have star weight in his kit to help with that. Also chaotic insane for the people that need non-evil or good servants. Right, first skill, and this is a big one. I actually had to double check, like load into Fight King Protea to double check what this part of it is. We'll get into that in a second. But crit damage, 3 turns, 100%, good. Debuff resistance, 100%, 3 turns, good. Guaranteed that every single buff that is supposed to hit Mori fails for 3 turns. And unfortunately, this includes this part of the MP. So this is such a dangerous skill. You cannot bring him to fight people with Pierce and with invincibility unless you're ignoring the skill. And to be fair, this part is a strong skill in a boss fight, not getting debuffed. But the problem is now your supports can't even help him. What you pop on him before you pop this skill is what you get for 3 turns or until he explodes. Can you do stuff like give him hit-based invul or turn-wide invul to like stop it for maybe a turn or a couple hits? Absolutely. Like, all the buffs can go through as long as the skills pop last in the entire phase, which honestly that gets annoying for some people because you just want to do 1, 2, 3 all the time. Next skill, and this is what's buffed. So before, it was an attack buff for 3 attacks, 3 turns. Every attack gave you 15% attack and cut your defense by 10%. This is on a 5 turn, so pretty low. Decent uptime as long as you didn't explode. Now they made it so that it's not hit based. You can get his attack as high as you can. Sky's the limit. Doesn't stop that this is gonna happen. So yes, theoretically, for 1 attack, you could have 165% attack for the last extra attack. Obviously, you're more focused on 150% crit attack on top of all the crit damage and any other buffs he gets. But that's so situational. That doesn't stop it from being really, really cool. Like, I saw not even a baby Kiara, like with like everything negged. Like, this one was basically just like not full Kiara, and she got 3 turned by Mori. So if you have Summer BB, like, you can start doing some really cool shit, like just trying to get like really good clips. Other than that, it just means like outside of BB setups, he's just gonna get clapped really quickly. is gonna stack up if you keep hitting his cards in his MP. Because this procs on the MP, it doesn't hit proc first, but it does proc from the MP, which is why you can get up to 180% for like at the end of the third turn. You're not ever gonna use that 180%, but it's possible. Third skill, Star Weight, 1 turn, 5k, Berserker level, and on death activation, when he explodes, he drops 20 stars. So you are only leveling this for cooldown and to get this star weight nice and high for Berserkers. So, debatable whether you want this to be the first skill or the last skill to level up, or the first one. It really depends, because star weight for Berserkers is massive. It does so much for them to like. They have type effectiveness against everyone except foreigners. So letting them crit means the bar is breaking. Like, without question, it's going to break. Passive skills, 4%. Oh, my thoughts on this. Uptime on this isn't great, but like, based on this, and again, this part, you are expected to explode. This is like 1 turn because that's probably all he should be getting. He gets 1 great turn. This is so if you're wanting to do setups, you can. You're not restricted anymore. But mostly he's gonna die. Depending on how many copies you get, like, you could get all these appends or you could not. You might not get MP5. Extra attack though. Extra attack for sure should be first thing you go for if you want your Mori to be like showcasing stuff. Mana loading would just be cherry on top, but again, he's 3-star. If you get a lot of copies, you can probably invest in this. Okay, MP. Again, ignores invincibility 1 turn. Because of the way this is phrased, it's all, like, this can get negged by this skill. But this part should never not work, because this is like part of the MP. Like, this part is a buff. This is like intrinsic to the MP, and it's just 5 hits to 1 enemy, and then reduces their defense. OC is like pretty weak at 10%, especially since he's like a buster single target, and he's like supposed to die. So like, they should have made this like 30, honestly. If he's getting 1 good MP before he dies, they should have just made this 30. Unless they thought, okay, we're gonna give him a really good MP, but he's never gonna get to the MP. He's gonna die before he gets the MP. At least they gave him a good MP. Like, these are very good. These are very strong things to have on an MP, especially that this is a buff. And like this, you can choose whenever you want. Like, for a Berserker, this is like nuts. But sucks that part of it can be negged. Buster performance and crit damage while he's on the field. Not the biggest thing. Like, you really should be using something to either keep him alive or like get to the MP really quick. Like, it's okay. This is definitely okay. Keep bringing it up. Would be better if costs for bouncies were down. Gotta keep bringing that up. Okay, so trivia. Over 100. Okay. So should Mori be leveled? Yep. If you're summoning for Sennorikyu and you get a couple Moris, you're gonna be happy because he can do some fun stuff. Like, most other Berserkers aren't crit focused. Not most busters. Like, they have crit, but they usually don't have the star weight and need someone else to give them the star weight. Or like, their numbers aren't that high. His numbers are high. It's just he's sacrificing all his defense for offensive power. Which, again, he's a Zerk. That makes sense. Alright. That's it for me today. I will see you later. Peace.